In continuing what we talked about previously, I'd like to bridge some gaps between the previous topics about light. In the beginning, we talked about spiritual light from a perspective of infinite energy that is everywhere and encompasses all things, from which all things come from and which all things return to. I want to explore what source energy actually means. How can we make sense of it with our modern understanding in the third dimension? And more importantly, what does it mean to you? We know in science that everything is energy. All of the food, the light bouncing around, the animals, the people, the trees and the plants, even the furniture. It's all energy. Some of it is alive, which means an essence of life flows through it and compels it to grow, act, and sometimes do crazy ass things. I know that essence of life is a little vague. It's hard to describe even for me. While today there are many sciences and researches delving into that ultimate question, what is a soul? There is still no concrete answers to this question. Despite this, I'd like to not throw the baby out with the bathwater, and so I'm going to do my best to describe what I've come to know based on my research and life experience on this topic. And I'm very interested in exploring this question both scientifically and spiritually. So when I say life essence, what I'm describing is the difference between a person and a couch. One is alive, it has life, it has a soul. Or perhaps this physical vessel, the body, has spirit flowing through it. It has consciousness, it has awareness. There's something about it that's magic. That spirit or life is what can create a couch. But a couch cannot create life, at least not yet. A person likewise is also a creation. A living body is a body of energy that was created by a man and a woman who came together in union to birth a new life into this world. So what this means is that we are all creations and we are all creators. We can create both living and non-living things. So what does this have to do with source energy? When we're talking about this grand and mysterious source energy, let's just try and be real and keep it tethered to the third dimension, our physical world. It's easy to go out into the mystical, magical universe, but that doesn't really help us grow right here, right now. So first of all, let's define what these words even mean. The modern definition of source is a place, person, or thing from which something comes or can be obtained. Even older before that, the etymology of source is support or base, which comes from the old French word which meant beginning, described as a fountainhead of a river or stream. So when we ask the question of what is source energy, we get to take a look and see all of the fractaling layers of where something comes from. In this case, us. As Carl Sagan said,
if you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. Thank you very much.
At the largest scale of our source, we indeed have the whole universe. The source field of energy that brought about the manifestation of our solar system came from what we often describe as the Big Bang. And then of course, all of the interactions within this vast sea of galaxies inside the universe. Yeah, we're in there somewhere. On a level beneath that, we have our sun, a source of life on this planet, shining its life, keeping us warm and giving us the energy that the earth absolutely needs in order to sustain life on this planet. On a level beneath that, we have the earth. She's required in tandem with the sun in order for us to live. As we continue to fractal it down, we start to get to levels that most people don't often consider to be source energy, if only because we don't really think of it. The source of the food we eat comes from plants. It also comes from some animals. We'll leave the health and moral discussion of eating meat out of this video because the fact of the matter is humans eat a lot of it, whether it's good for us or not. The source of the water we drink comes from lakes, rivers, and streams. A large source of our electricity right now comes from our manipulation of oil, gas, the splitting of atoms, and the movement of water. And that's something that I think a lot of us would desire to change into something new that works with nature instead of against it. And perhaps the most important source of all is each other. See, without your parents, you would not have been born. Without your close friends and loved ones, your world would be empty and cold. It may even be like that right now in your world, and I'm sorry about that. It's one of the biggest problems we're facing today, and is a result of the disconnection we have with each other. And now recognize in this moment that when you flip it all around, you see that you too are a source of energy for everyone in your life. What kind of energy? Creative, supportive, controlling, aloof? I invite you to look at your relationships, your friends, your family, and see what kind of source you are. Are you one that gives by means of cooking? helping others with their problems? Perhaps you play music, make videos, write blogs. Maybe you invent things. The moment that someone comes into contact with your energy, whether it's in person or online or through something that you made, you become a source of energy and awareness for them to receive. And we are all connected. You are as influential on me as I am of you. I am no different from you. I'm human.
Well, I'm human. Patchman's a cartoon.
And so with that, we can see that we are all of Source, and we are all the Source itself. At the grandest level, we are a part of this whole majestic universe, and at a very relatable level, we are all physically the source for each other's growth, transformation, and even entertainment.